Hello, podcast people, and I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday. It's me, Alicia Nestor, and I am here with a brand new podcast. And I'm also here to say spring break is coming. I'm so happy. I don't know about you, but we know spring break, for me, I would mainly just stay in my house because I'm lame. But for others who have lives, that means partying and having fun. And this podcast is going to signal something that everybody is talking about. The coronavirus, because it's out there and it's real. Although I'm here to tell you guys not to truly panic, because there's bad news around it, but there's also some good. And I'm gonna start off with a simple opinion of mine, is that I believe and this was like me and my teacher were speaking on this. She was telling us most people will probably die of paranoia than of the actual disease. And people are like, oh my god, this disease is out here, it's crazy, blah blah, when there are like so many other cases of, HIV and I'm not even gonna say HIV. I'm gonna say STDs in general, because STDs, and no one really notices it, has become a epidemic for this country, and it's not as easy as it seems just because it's curable, and as well as Ebola. Pneumonia, I think it's pronounced, which supposedly is like a mixture of the flu and pneumonia. That's what the coronavirus is how we're being explained to us. But overall, the coronavirus is serious. But people are just freaking out over it, and I think the first thing we should do is sit back and, look at the numbers and the research. And it's actually, I'm going to say this first, so, don't freak out or anything. Most of my viewers are not even 30 and above, but this is a fact. And it is said that people who are 20 and up, like elderly, adults, people like them, are the ones who will 100% be affected if they're infected. And they are actually the ones to actually go through all those symptoms and sadly lead to death, because I'm not going to celebrate just because our age group isn't infected exactly. Because even if our age group gets it, which is like teenagers and children, it would be like a mild little cold. Like you would get sick, but it was not as bad as people who are having to literally be quarantined and watch 24/7 and tracking down everyone they're with or all their contacts. Like, I watched a story today on the Daily Show where this man, I believe it was in New York, he had contracted the coronavirus, and they tested his family, which was his wife, his children, his dog. Everyone had coronavirus. The man who drove him to the hospital had coronavirus, and literally his friends, the neighbors, the people that were like greeted him and talked to him on a normal basis, all had coronavirus. And this was 100% true. And I was just like, that is crazy. This thing is just going all over the place. And obviously, it's like, one thing is to wash your hands and not touch your eyes, not touch your mouth, your nose, your face. But, that's what we do. Like, I touch my eyes 100 times, especially, like, I don't know if it just bothers you, or if you're just doing this to your nose, just bothering it, or putting your finger in I don't know. But, like, it's small things that we do. We always touch our face. Like, that's just something we do. And so when people say don't do it, and then they do it, like I think it was the senator or some lady who like said don't touch your nose, your mouth, your face, and then she licks her finger to turn the page. I said, oh no, that's terrible. And like the main health guy, I don't know what it's called, in Iran, said he was telling people like what to do, and then the next day he has the coronavirus. So I'm just like, listen, this is not going well. People are just not getting it right. Like, and there is no vaccine. I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm thinking this is why, because even though I said like STDs, Ebola, things like that are like epidemics, or were STDs are still epidemic, there is cures for that stuff, and that's what makes people relax a little bit, because we've heard a lot of curing of stories for Ebola, and especially Ebola. And this one, we're told that there's no vaccine, and people, it's understandable why everyone's freaking out, And I have some cases. So it's America, which is obviously, here, 696 cases. In China, there is 80,955 cases, which is supposedly, I believe, it originated from China, right? Or Japan or something like that. Don't want to get this wrong. And in Mexico, because I have a lot of Mexican viewers or listeners, so I looked at Mexico, 7 cases, so not too bad. And also I heard that, because, viruses are killed in heat. So the more southern you are, or like south, like those hotter countries near the equator and stuff like that, like Mexico, Brazil, Salvador, all these countries, they're least likely to get to the coronavirus. And also sadly, I heard today, and I learned a very sad lesson, Black people, we can get the coronavirus. Yes, we can. There are 7 cases in South Africa. Now, I know there are white people living in South Africa, but I'm pretty sure one of those people is black. So I'm sorry to ruin your day, especially to Steven. And I have some statistics. It was 118,381 confirmed cases, 4,292 deaths. So that's pretty devastating. And even if it's just thousands of people, who knows if this is going to grow on. And some people are talking about, it was made by the government, blah, 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 blah. 100%, we don't know. We obviously don't know. But I looked it up, and it had said that it was, because this disease can be transmitted between animals and people, and it's 100% came from an animal. It was called the civet cat, I believe, and I looked up where it's mainly originated from, and it's a mammal, which is obviously a cat, native to tropical Asia and Africa. Asia. And where is China? In Asia. And what do Chinese people eat? Not to be racist, I'm just putting it out there because I don't know, to me it makes sense. And this disease is a new strain, and that's why it's freaking these scientists out. Even it's a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans, and it has been here for about 10 years now, and the fact that it's gone inside of humans and there's no vaccine, that's pretty scary, and I don't want to freak out about it, but at the end of the day, we have to worry, we have to keep clean, just pick up your little, always put hand sanitizer, always wash, always take a shower, because it's a large family of viruses, and that can kill illness ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases. So, sorry, it doesn't kill illnesses, it causes the illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases, such as kidney failure and pneumonia, which is pretty bad, as well as death. So wash your hands, avoid contact with eyes, mouth, and nose, and do not stay in crowded areas, which is impossible, because you see these hallways at MacArthur High School, not only are they squished, they also smell really funky, as we all know. So I'm just like, bro, how the hell am I gonna, come on now, when I go from the Spanish hallway today, I covered my mouth. I look crazy, I had guys look at me. I said, I don't know, I look crazy, but I don't want to die, I'm trying to keep myself not smelling your whatever. And overall, this coronavirus is getting out of hand, and it will most definitely get out of hand. And also, at the end of the day, I feel like it's because this world is getting overpopulated, and China's going crazy. It's way too many people in that country, and in about 10-15 years, I believe, America and the rest of the world is going to look the same. So I believe, because vaccines and all of this new medicine and stuff is being put in us, not in our grandparents didn't have all these type of medicines and stuff when they were younger, but all this new medicine and everything is saving people, which is good, but now there's way too many people in this world. And I was having a conversation earlier with a family friend, and about a few months ago, and it was way before the whole coronavirus was even a thing, and she had said that there's going to be something that's going to come and just kill all the people who are not supposed to be here. And I was like, oh, that's scary. And now that this is popping out, that's kind of freaking me out, because survival of the fittest, that's basically what this is. and it's just natural selection is what I should probably say natural selection, and it's gonna go. And those who are weak in the immune system, no matter what age you are, you're dead. Like, you see how Donald Trump is handling this? He at a little speech thingy. I don't pay attention to him, but he had said, and he gave a speech, blah 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 blah, dumb stuff. There's brilliant minds behind this. We're working on this. Billions of dollars being put into this, and then he said, "So there's a chance you might not die." I swear to you, the President of the United States said this. And he put his Vice President, Mike Pence, in charge. Mike Pence. Ugh, sorry. I'm just aggravated. So basically, our hands are put into people who don't give a shit. And who probably spent $5 on vaccines. They're probably like, oh well, who cares? So, at the end of the day, I want everyone to stay safe. Keep clean. Although, even if you're not infected and you put the mask on and it won't really do anything, what if you're infected and you don't know? And what if there's someone walking by, they're infected and you don't know they're infected? That's what I'm saying. The schools should distribute the little mask thingies that the people in China and stuff are wearing, because this is disgusting. It's getting out of hand and everyone needs to keep clean. Something. Also, stop wishing to get kicked out of it's kind of cool-ish, but at school will be closed because we're still going to do work online. And I don't know about you, but I will forget. So, it's whatever. But overall, I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. It's Corona time, basically. So, it's the end of the world. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I want you all to stay safe. I love all my viewers or listeners, whatever. And spring break is coming around. Like I said, just keep safe, be clean, and try not to go to places where there's too many bodies and stuff like that. Like, you're just gonna get sick. So tune in on Saturday for my next podcast, and you all have an amazing day and a great spring break.